So sangria, you hear that word thrown around a lot, but what the wine actually is it? So the history of sangria really took a big fork depending on who you ask. It originates in places like Spain, Italy, and England, but most of the sangria now is drinking in North America, Canada, and the United States specifically. So traditionally on the Iberian Peninsula, sangria would be red wine with chopped fruit in it. Sometimes they could add some spirits to fortify it, and sometimes they would add sugar to make it sweeter, but typically red wine with chopped fruit. So even though that sangria originated in Spain or Italy, we don't know exactly which one or exactly when, but we figure about those regions. Bars in Spain often note that local Spaniards don't drink sangria at all, and they make it mainly for American tourists visiting the country. The word sangria means bloodletting in Spanish and Portuguese, so that's that's an interesting fact. So when sangria started coming more to North America, they made a lot of changes. Typically, American sangria is on the sweeter side, and as well, white sangria, like we make here, didn't actually exist originally. White sangria is an American invention. Do you ever wonder why you like some of the sangrias that you buy in the liquor store that you try in a restaurant more than you like some of the other ones that you find in a liquor store? Well, a lot of the sangrias that are made in America might not even qualify to be actual sangria. The European Union stepped in and has a list of things that you need to have in a beverage for you to be able to call it a sangria, some of which obviously it has a wine base. It's made from wine. They're also very specific. You have to add natural fruits, actual fruits. And you're saying, Willows, wines, fruits, yeah, that's what a sangria is. Well, maybe pick up some of the other leading brands in the liquor mart and read their ingredients sometimes. There's a lot of the time no wine in there, and there's a lot of the time no fruit in there. It's high fructose corn syrup and just grain spirits. That's why I would always recommend, if you're not going to buy Shrugging Dr. Beverage Company branded sangria, then you make sure you buy from a small producer, a craft producer, a cottage winery, because the stuff that you buy from the big companies is not going to be traditional, and it's not going to be that good. So North Americans started drinking sangria when a similar beverage called Sangria was introduced to colonial America, probably from the Caribbean islands. Historians note that at the beginning of the American colonial era, sangria had largely disappeared from North America, but then was reintroduced in the 40s when a lot of Hispanic and Spanish people were opening restaurants in America, and it had a great resurgence at the 1964 World's Fair, was when that kind of took it from a side beverage to something that everybody, a household name in America. Different sangrias can be made with different kinds of fruits. Our white sangria here, our tropical sangria, is made from peach, pear, pineapple, apples, lemon, and ginger. And then our red Wonder Sangria in a can is a very more berry-heavy sangria made from apples, oranges, cherries, raspberries, blueberries, cranberries, boysenberries, lemon, and ginger. People often ask me, how do I enjoy these sangrias? Do I pour it over ice? Do I chop up some fruit? Do I freeze some fruit? Throw that in. I say you can enjoy it however you like. I personally prefer to just drink it out of the bottle without a cup. Sangria can be anywhere from 4.5% alcohol to 12% alcohol, with most of the canned and bottled products being around the 5, 6, 7% mark, and most of the stuff in the restaurants you get maybe a little bit stronger. If you'd like to try some of our sangrias and you're anywhere in Canada, we ship coast to coast at shrugdot.com. That's shrugdoc.com. We have 3 sangrias right now, but we always have new seasonally.